Hello and welcome to our WW News Salute to Veterans Special. My name is Kylie and I am sad to have a guest joining me today. Welcome, Mr. Ramo. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today. Please introduce yourself to our students and tell us your name and what branch of the military you were in.
Sure. My name is Fernando Romero, and I was in the Army in Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Number one, why you decided to serve in the military and what did you decide on the Army?
I decided to join the military because I did not. Well, I guess the best reason is I had a bunch of friends that were joining the military, and one of the exciting things was to kind of have stories to tell about our own experiences in different countries and different parts of the state. They were all joining the Marines, and two of my buddies were joining the Army. It was a total of 10 of us. So I wanted to join the Army only because I did not want to be in the ocean. I'm afraid of the ocean.
What was the reaction from your family and friends when you decided to join?
They were very proud of me, actually. My grandma was really proud of me. I was really happy to see a smile on her face. Even happier to see a smile on her face when I came back with my uniform and I looked completely different to her. So everyone was very happy.
Where were you stationed?
I was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, in the middle of the country.
How long did you serve for?
I served for 3 years.
Wow. While you were serving, how did you stay in contact with people back at home?
Wow, back then, cell phones were a brand new thing, and I didn't have enough money for a cell phone. That was really expensive back then. So I had to go to a little booth that had a little phone, and I had to put a quarter in it. But there was a long line to use that phone, so I had to wait my turn, and then hopefully one of my family members was at home and they could answer the phone at the same time. So it was really hard to stay connected. I didn't write too many letters back home. I don't know, that wasn't my thing. So I was just hoping somebody would pick up the phone whenever it was my turn to use it. Yeah.
Is there someone you serve with that you remember fondly? Can you tell us about them?
Sure. Yeah. I actually, I had this conversation all the time. I had a sergeant that made a really strong impact in my life that I can still remember to this day, because when I was only 19 years old, he was telling me to buy a lot of houses, and I thought he was crazy. I'm like, I can't afford houses. I'm poor. I'm broke. I don't have that kind of money. But he was so smart. He came from Chicago, and he was also a pastor, and he had this knowledge all the way back when I was 19 years old. And to this day, everything he kept telling me when I was young and not so bright during that time, he told me that I needed to be a good person in life, and that I needed to help other people. I needed to be a leader, and I needed to buy houses, as many houses as I can buy. And I always kind of stuck with me. So he made a big impression on me during that time.
What was one thing that you found challenging about the time you were serving?
Did you say attracting? Is that what you said?
Challenging.
Challenging. Oh, the hardest part was being away from close friends and family. That was hard because you kept wondering what they were doing back home. And everything else was not challenging in that sense, not for me. The hardest thing is just being away from everyone that you love and care about.
What do you like mostly about being in the military?
Making new friends. Making new friends. I met so many new friends in the military, learning their culture, learning their cities where they grew up, and learning the food that they would eat that's different from the stuff we're so used to here in California. But making new friends that lasted a lifetime was the best experience from that.
Are you still involved in the military now?
I am not in the military, no, but I still involved with organizations that help veterans, help military veterans, especially ones that have been hurt. And I will be at the Veterans Parade this coming following weekend, so that'll be exciting.
Can you tell us a funny moment from boot camp?
Oh man, a funny moment. A funny moment. Okay. Let's see. A funny moment. Okay. I don't have any funny kid moments that I could share, but I think the funniest moment from boot camp was, I'm just trying to think of all of them here. It had to be a time where the drill sergeant woke us all up at 3 o'clock in the morning and told us that we were going to be shipped off to war, and we were all scared because we were brand new, and we're like, oh my god, we're not even ready yet, you guys gotta go, America needs you. And we all got into a bus without knowing exactly where, but they told us that we were gonna go onto a plane, and they drove us all the way to the airport, and literally they pulled a prank on us. And they said, look at all your faces. You all look so scared. You're not ready. You're not ready. And so that was a funny moment because we were all relieved and we were laughing at ourselves that we were all so scared because we weren't ready to be shipped off to another country, you know?
What was your primary job while you were in the military?
I was a 13 Bravo, so I was in a tank. And my job in a tank was essentially to show support to other military members if they were in a bad situation. We would, if they told us, hey, please shoot a bomb at this precise location, we would have to shoot it from miles away because they were in trouble. They needed help. They were stuck, and they needed our air support from a tank.
Was it difficult letting family and friends know that you were going to be joining the military?
No, not in my time. In my time, it was an honor to be joining this military right after high school. So it was not challenging for anyone to understand why I would go and why would I choose that. So I think they were just very happy for me.
What did you miss most about civilian life while you were serving?
Civilian life. You know what I missed? I missed that's a good one. I missed not having to worry about waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, because every morning we had to wake up at 5 to go work out, go running. I missed eating home cooked meals, and I think I missed being able to do whatever I want. When you're in the military, you can't do whatever you want. You have to be literally a sharp person, clear mind.
How did you imagine military life before you joined, and how did your perception change after serving?
Okay, you'll have to repeat that entire question again, because I'm deaf.
How did you imagine military life before you joined, and how did your perception change after serving?
I was lucky that I had a few friends that joined the military prior to me actually going in, so they kind of already prepared me of what that experience would be like. I think my perception of joining the military was obviously hard work working on in a jungle somewhere, or a desert somewhere, and my perception was that I was going to be in prison in some sense at the beginning, right? And then when I talked to my friends, they told me how life was. It was like having a normal job, like an everyday job. You go in and then you come back home. You go home to, whether you have a family living there with you or you don't. It was just another job. It's just that you're working for the government, so at some level. And my perception hasn't much changed from that back then. I think it's a great place to. I believe everyone should join the military. I think they should make it mandatory that everyone joins the military because it's a good experience.
What is a word that meaning has changed since you served?
Say that again.
What is a word that meaning has changed since you served?
A word that has meaning
Has changed since you served.
I don't really know if I have one, to be honest with you. I probably can't answer that question because I don't think I have one.
Okay, thank you. Veterans Day is a holiday that we use to celebrate and honor veterans like you. What do you think is the best way we can honor veterans on Veterans Day?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good question. Let's see. I'll start off with free ice cream. And then I will go with if you see a veteran, you should say, I think most people should be courteous and say, hey, thank you for serving our country. It really means a lot to us. And just say thank you.
Thank you again so much for taking the time to meet with us today, and thank you for your service. That is all for our WW News special report. We thank you for joining us and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy Veterans Day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Kaylee.
You're welcome.